Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela Web Dev. In this video, we will try to learn about the nested loops and also the multiple initialization and also about the do-while loop. Let's try to understand. So let's try to understand one by one. So first we will learn about the nested loops. So what is this nested loops in the C programming language? Not only in the C programming language, in all the programming languages, this is the base foundation. So this is nested loops, how we can implement it. So the definition of this nested loops is nested loops occur when one loop, inner loop, is placed inside another loop, outer loop. This allows us to repeat a set of operations multiple times for each iteration of the outer loop. I will try to show you one simple example for this one. So here let's go into this one and let me paste the code here. So here we are having R, C and sum, and I am looping over for loop, and inside the for loop I am looping over the outer loop and also the inner loop, and here I am printing the value. So how it works this one? See, the outer loop for R is equal to 1, R less than or equal to 3 and R plus plus. So it will run 3 times. Why? Because R less than or equal to 3 means, so this outer for loop will run 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then it will stop. So now when R is equal for each iteration of the outer loop, so that means when R is equal to 1, then it will go to the inner loop. For C is equal to 1, C less than or equal to C plus plus. It will run twice and takes value 1 and 2. Okay, R will be always 1 and it will take the values 1 and 2. So this program calculates, sum is equal to R plus C for each combination of R and C, printing the result. So here what will happen? So when R is equal to 1, the loop will run twice. That means R is equal to 1, C 1 and 2, and it will print here. Then again it will go to the top and R will become 2, and here again for the 2 it will run 2 times, and again R will become 3, and again it will run 2 times. So like this the code will execute. Now if you try to run this code, so here you will be able to understand very easily. So first one outer loop, R is equal to 1, C is equal to 1 and sum is equal to 2. So when R is equal to 1, again 2 times it needs to repeat, right? So here in the C, and again C is equal to 2, so sum is equal to 3. Now R becomes 2 and again C will repeat 2 times here, and R becomes 3, C will repeat 2 times. So then at the end the R is also completed, outer loop is also completed, it will come out of the loop. So now for each value R 1, 2, 3, for each value R 1 and 2 and 3, the inner loop cycles through all the values of C like 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 like that. The sum is calculated and printed for the each combination. The program's indentation, inner loop indented inside the outer loop, helps make it easier to understand which loop is inside which. So simplified output with one statement. So for example, let's say that we can also use a simplified statement. Instead of calculating the sum separately and then printing it, we can simplify the code by directly calculating the R plus C inside the printf also. So just we can directly use this like this and we can do it. Now if you try to see here the output, then also we can able to see the same output. So just we have set the simplified output with one statement only. So types of nested loops. So you can nest different types of loops such as for loop inside a while loop or a while loop inside a for loop. So like this, but the nesting principles and all those things remains the same. So that is what I want to tell you about the nested looping structure. So hope you understood about this nested looping thing. Let's move on to the next one, that is nothing but multiple initializations in the for loop. So can we do the multiple initializations in the for loop? So now here we can do that one also, multiple initialization in the for loop. Up to now we have seen only one initialization is there, either I is equal to 1 or C is equal to 1 like that. So can we do multiple initializations in the for loop? You can initialize multiple variables in the for loop using commas. Similarly, you can update multiple variables in the increment section also of the for loop. So I will try to show you the simple example for this one. So here you will be able to see, and I will print it here. Yeah, for I is equal to 1, J is equal to 2, J less than or equal to 10, J plus plus. So here we have initialized 2. Here I is initialized to 1 and J is initialized to 2. The loop will run as long as J is less than or equal to 10. J is less than or equal to 10 and we are incrementing the J. So multiple conditions in the for loop. So now can we able to do the multiple conditions in the for loop? Yes, we can add the multiple conditions in the for loop also. You can also include multiple conditions in the test expression connecting with the logical operators like AND and OR. So by using these two logical operators, we can use the multiple expressions. So now if I try to show you the example for this one. So for I is equal to 1, j is equal to 2, j less than or equal to 10, ampersand ampersand, I less than or equal to 15. So when these both become true, then only it will execute. So here you will be able to see j plus plus and also I is equal to I plus 2. I plus is equal to 2. You can do it. Or otherwise I is equal to I plus 2. So now here this loop checks that j is less than or equal to 10 and I is less than or equal to 15. Also j is incremented by 1 while I is incremented by 2 on each iteration. So like this you can also implement the multiple initializations or multiple conditions or multiple incrementation in the for loop also we can do. So we will do these problems for this one. So simple programs I will tell you in the next video. Just I am explaining you the concept in this. So the last one which I want to explain you in this video is the do while loop. So what is this do while loop? So definition of this do while loop, let's try to understand. The do while loop is similar to a while loop, but the key difference is that the condition is checked after executing the loop body, not before. That is the thing. So that means the condition is checked after executing. So that means at least one time the loop body will be executed. So that is the thing. The syntax for this one is, so here you need to understand syntax little bit careful. So do, the loop body will be there, then afterwards it will check the while condition. The body of the do while loop will always execute at least once. So that is the main thing you need to understand. Even if the condition is false the first time. So even if the condition is false at the first time also, the body of the condition will be executed at least once. The difference between the while and the do while. So you need to understand about the difference between the while and the do while. So here I will paste it. The difference between while and do while. While loop means the condition is checked before the loop body is executed. So that means first the condition is checked, then only the loop body executed. If the condition is false at the beginning means the loop will never run. The do while loop. The condition is checked after the loop body has been executed. Even if the condition is false initially, the loop will run at least once. So this is the difference between while and the do while. So I will try to show you a simple example about the do while loop so that you can able to understand it very easily. And here I am having a do and I am printing f, credit is yours, pleasure is mine, something like that. And here I am using while 4 is less than 1. Okay. So 4 is less than 1. Is it 4 less than 1? So never. 4 is always greater than 1. So that means this condition is false. But still this printf will be executed once. So if you try to see here, so you will be able to see credit is yours, pleasure is mine. So here the condition for 4 less than 1 is always false. But the statement printf, you are able to see it, right, will be executed once before the condition is checked. So this is what about the do while loop. Brief introduction about the do while loop. So in summary, what I want to tell you is by the end of this video, so you need to be able to understand that by the end of this video, a loop inside another loop commonly used to handle tasks that involve multi-dimensions or the repetitive actions, nested loops. And multiple initializations, you can initialize and update multiple variables in a for loop in one statement. And the last one is the do while loop, execute at least once as the condition is checked after the loop body. So this is all, these features help me make loops more flexible and powerful, allowing you to handle more complex repetitive tasks efficiently in your programs. So hope you understand about this for loop and also the do while loop. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.